Henry Cavill, aka Superman, has recently built a gaming PC, and the internet is going crazy over this video that he posted on Instagram. Now, I watched this video and I absolutely loved it, but the reasons I loved it for are probably not the most obvious reasons, which is why I'm going to make this video today and talk about some of the things that I really took out of this that I think that you could apply to not just PC building, but life in general. Though, of course, I can see why the internet will go absolutely crazy over this video to begin with. First of all, he's building a gaming PC, and therefore Superman's building a gaming PC. Then you've got greater than symbol console, and I'm sure the PC Master Race subreddit is going to be going absolutely bonkers over this video. But then also in the video he's using AMD Ryzen, so a lot of the AMD subreddit is probably going to be going bonkers over this video too. And then of course Nvidia, they're like tweeting this going, hey, he's using an RTX graphics card. So all the factors involved are absolutely loving this video, of course, except Intel. You gotta feel sorry for Intel. Or do you? Now let's go from the start to the finish on this video and see what we can all take out from Henry Cavill's epic first gaming PC.
Today's video is sponsored by Dashlane. Dashlane is a password manager that is quick to download and powerful in its abilities. So I like to browse local forums, trial new video services like Apple TV, and I don't want to give out my most important tier 1 passwords, especially if I'm disconnecting from this service later, and this is where I let Dashlane simply do its thing. With Dashlane, it can autofill and remember these passwords for these websites that you don't visit often. Shipping details and also other boring details can be auto-filled too. On top of all that, it can auto-generate complicated passwords and store them too. So if you have become accustomed to using one-word dictionary entered based passwords, and you might want to stop doing that, then all you have to do is download Dashlane, log in, and remember the one master password you set for your Dashlane account. And the rest is history. Now, if you use the link dashlane.com/techyescity, then you can get Dashlane completely free on your first device. And if you decide you want to upgrade to a more premium option, then you can get a further 50% off using the link and the coupon code in the description below. Easy. Let's get back to the video.
So then we move into the next part of this video. We see that he's got all the parts laid out here on the desk, and he's blurred out some of the logos, in particular the RTX and also the Ryzen logos. And my guess here would be either two things. I don't know exactly why, but the first reason would be he's using copyrighted music in the video, and he doesn't want the companies to be associated with that. So I guess he's just blurring out the logos just in case anything could come out of this. Secondly, of course, he could be saying, look, I'm going to build a PC. I want to get into the magical land of gaming PCs, and here's how many views I could potentially get your brand. So let's work out some deals perhaps. It could be either of these two reasons, but I'm guessing it's actually more to do with the first reason. But honestly, how cool would it be if Henry Cavill had his own PC gaming tech channel? So straight away, he's reading the instruction manual, and then he's clearly showing the camera that he really just doesn't know what he's doing, but he's got the instruction manual and he doesn't really care. He's just taking a simple, laid-back approach to building his first gaming PC. And that is a really good thing that you're going to see coming into this, because in life, if you don't know something, you can figure it out. And that's how everything with human evolution and also technology and stuff like that, that's the attitude that a lot of people had going into it. If you don't know something, someone somewhere along the lines of time had to figure out how to do it. And so that's that attitude. You can just see it at the start. It's like, look, we got the instruction manual here, we don't know what we're doing, but we're just going to take a laid-back approach and get into this and start building. He then tries to install the CPU. He's reading, again, being patient, reading the instruction manuals on both the motherboard and the CPU, and he even makes a note. This is a really sensitive part. And then he just proceeds to take his time. He actually made a mistake here, and he put the CPU in the wrong way. But because he's taking his time and being patient, he tried to pull the lever down, but he knew straight away that that wasn't going to work. And so this is important for PC building, in that if you know something isn't fitting right, just take a step back, ask some people on forums or get some friends to help you if they've not only done PC building, but say for instance you're doing something else in life that you've never done before, whether it's changing a car tire or something like that. You can just apply this simple way of going about it And that is, of course, just be patient, and if something doesn't look right, always take a step back. So that's what I really loved about this right here, up until 1 minute and 15 seconds, is that he's humble, he's showing that he makes mistakes, and everyone in this world makes mistakes, but also it's the way you go about that. And so nothing was really severely damaged here. He didn't have a finished product. He didn't claim to know that he was the master and god of PC building, unlike another publication we've seen in the past. So now we can see here he's putting the water cooler on, reading the instruction manual again, and he's actually trying to mount it in the case at 1 minute and 47 seconds, because I guess you can read the instruction manual to a certain point, but there's going to be things that don't apply to your situation. I'm guessing his particular case and how he should mount this cooler isn't in the instruction manual, so he's trying to figure that out himself, and he's like, nah, that doesn't look right, we'll take a step back and then we'll try it again. So really, again, just that whole calm and patient approach is working out really well. And at 2 minutes and 1 second, we can see here he kind of abandoned the radiator install and then just went on to the power supply and something else. And if you're getting frustrated with something, this is actually a good thing in life where you can just try and do something else to take your mind off the frustration. And I can kind of see here, reading his face at 2 minutes, that he does look a little bit frustrated, but also we can see outside his house that it's actually turning into night. So he has spent a lot of time so far trying to build this PC, but that's a good thing, right? It's better to get the job done right one time than to make a mistake and potentially damage something. So now we fast forward to 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and here is where he's sort of skipped a lot of the video showing you how he built the PC, putting the power supply in and putting all the cables and routing, all that stuff. But you can see here he's now kind of got a near complete build, and he's just checking over it to make sure it looks okay. And this is a great process not just for PC building, but for anything you do in life, in that perhaps if something doesn't look right, then perhaps it isn't right. And now 3 minutes in, it looks like he has his preliminary build finished with his graphics card mounted, but then there's a message here, totally just ran out of hard drive space. Not really a surprise considering this took hours. I'm not sure what he's particularly referring to here. Did he run out of like actual space on his hard drives trying to copy data over, or did he run out of hard drive like space to mount the hard drives in the case, with perhaps too many cables at the back with cable management? So that one's a little bit ambiguous. So now the next minute of this video is basically he's started the computer up, it's working fine, he's checking over it in the BIOS, and then he's showing the world that, hey, look, we made a mistake mounting this cooler upside down, but who cares? I want to play some games. I've spent long enough building this PC. It's time for me to enjoy my hard work and fruits of my labor, and I'll get to fixing this later. And that's a good thing. Like, showing the world that you make mistakes, even Superman can make mistakes, is a good thing. Everyone in life makes mistakes, and this was my favorite part of the video, because he just said, look, I made a mistake, and he could have easily have cut all that out and just mounted it properly and pretended like it was never there. But the good thing is he just doesn't care about that perception, and he wants to show people, look, this is my first time building. Of course I'm going to make some mistakes, and you could make these mistakes too. It's nothing really to worry about. We'll fix it later. And then right around 4 minutes, you can tell he has spent a lot of time building this gaming PC. Just that, oh, here we go again. And then after that, he says the end, or more realistically, just the beginning. And so that's the positive glass half full coming out of it. It's like, look, we've built this PC and it isn't really the end. It's just the beginning, because I'm going to start playing PC games on this thing and really enjoy what I've built. And all in all, that is a PC build done and dusted by a celebrity. And it's really cool to see this, not just because of how humble Henry Cavill was when he was building this, but also the fact that he just made mistakes and he took a patient and laid back approach to doing this. And basically the biggest message coming out of this video for me personally was, hey, we all make mistakes in life. It's just your attitude towards how you make those mistakes and whether you learn from them. And clearly he did learn from them even within the video itself, and he showed that. So that was really awesome to see. Another really good thing, of course, is that PC gaming is getting a lot more mainstream attention now. And if celebrities are getting into this kind of thing, it just means that there's going to be more interest in PC gaming. And when that happens, that means that we're going to be getting ultimately in the end better parts, better games, and it's just really one good thing to see PC gaming evolving. And for me personally, how about console gaming? Well, I guess that's just sort of getting integrated into PC gaming because they're starting to use a lot of PC hardware and consoles now. So it's only a really good thing for PC gamers when videos like this pop up. The last thing that came out of this for me personally was I love that this was how he approached this video as opposed to another publication in the past that's made a video building a PC and then they claimed they knew everything and they made some of the most terrible mistakes you could make and then they backpedaled on all those mistakes. And the ironic thing is they reported on Henry Cavill building his first PC and made no mention of their own terrible first PC building experience. But anyway guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Do let us know in the comment section below what you think of Henry Cavill's first gaming PC. I absolutely love this video, and as I said in the intro, I loved it for all these other reasons that I pointed out today as opposed to the main celebrity getting into PC gaming kind of thing. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then be sure to slap a like on it. And if you stayed this far and you're enjoying the content around Tech City, be sure to hit that sub button, ring that bell, and I'll catch you guys in another tech video very soon. Peace out for now. Bye.